It's funny to see Pep be animated the way he was in this game. Sticking his middle fingers, I mean not his middle fingers, he was sticking his fingers up for the amount of championships that he's won. So I want to talk about Man City's really, really bad form right now. I'm not joined today with my brother, so I can't have the back-to-back. So I'll do my best and try to kind of parse what I think is going on with this team. I feel like more than anything right now, the hump that they're going through is the injuries that they have on the team. I think the schedule that they've played as well. Tired players, tired minds, tired bodies, hurt players. It's just like the perfect amalgam for like all these bad run of games and run of form that they've had. There's other teams in the league that are having, I feel like, the same struggle. I know at least for one team that I feel like it's kind of in the same realm where they have ups and downs like that are like really bipolar, or Tottenham Hotspur. They have so many people hurt. They can't seem to find their form in some games, and then other games they have a Man City type game where they like destroy the team. They're just the fluctuation is like really insane. But this coming month, the month of December, is so hectic for these teams that you're gonna see, it's sad to say, a lot more injuries. You're gonna see a lot more weird games. You're gonna see just really crazy up and downs. And what's crazy is that a team like Man City, who, God forbid, loses one game, their string of games, I think they're on their 7th loss, I think, if I'm not mistaken. That's like really unheard of for a team that good, right? I mean, they are the current champions. And for them to play this way is really startling. I don't know the inner workings of like the team itself. It doesn't seem like the players are mentally weak. They just can't keep up with these other teams. The teams are just, they have their number right now. I don't doubt that they'll regain their form. I just don't know when and how that looks like. It could be after the winter break. It feels like this slump is going to continue for this month. And I don't know what they need, you know? I don't know what that looks like for them in terms of how to like re-up and kind of inject some more life into their team. They could probably get some people coming in the window, maybe some like replacements. You know, your Kevin De Bruyne's, your Rodrigo's, really is so essential to the team to make it work really well. But even then, it's crazy because even when Kevin De Bruyne is not in the team, they still play well. I mean, they're still Man City, so that's not an excuse. I think the big one is Rodrigo missing. He's such a vital player for that team. He's the engine of that team, and it doesn't run as well with or without them. Mind you, Man City's games haven't been blowouts or anything, so it's a matter of unluckiness, and they're just not as sharp. They have their chances. They attack well, so they're all there. It's just not gelling 100%. I can't say they're not playing terribly. They're not a terrible team when it comes to their stats and how they play, but they just haven't taken advantage of the opportunities that they have against the goal. So it's really funny because they just played Liverpool, which they're on a crazy streak. So they don't look like there's no stopping Liverpool right now. So it was going to be a tough watch to watch a struggling Man City against a Liverpool that looks just undefeated at the moment. It's funny to see Pep be animated the way he was in this game. Sticking his middle fingers, I mean not his middle fingers, he was sticking his fingers up for the amount of championships that he's won. And like, no knock to him, it is funny how the conversation quickly switches in the Premier League and the turnaround of coaches that most teams have. You know, a couple bad luck run of games and people are already calling for your head. It's a very brutal way to kind of coach. if you don't have your head in the game. But Pep is not going to be like shaken that much. I mean, things are unstable, but he's cool-headed and he knows what he's doing. His job isn't in danger, I don't think. You never know, though, the corporate heads of these teams, what they think and how they think and what they're planning on doing, and really not understanding the game. For them to sack him or anything like that I find highly, 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 highly impossible. But who knows, you know? I really don't doubt it, though. Like, they can't be that stupid to sack a coach of his magnitude and how much he's done for this club, and to sack him just because he's had, a really awful games. It's not just been a couple, but he's fine. He just has to get his players in shape, and that's really hard to do with the coming games that are coming up. That, like, this busy window, they're playing twice a week for a whole month, and like, we're not talking about like just like foo-foo whatever tournaments. They're in the Champions League, they're in their own league trying to stay above, right? And whatever other tournaments that are in between those. And those two are the highest, right? And you don't come into those games and play your B-side. So we'll see. We'll see what happens to Pep and Man City. It's tough, but I think they'll be fine. And I don't know, like, who gives a shit too? Like, they'll be fine. They'll be all fucking right. MLS final, and how awfully wrong we were in our predictions. My brother chose, if I'm not mistaken, LAFC and Miami in the final. I felt pretty similar. They both got knocked out fairly early. To see Orlando and Los Angeles Galaxy be in the final it's good because it makes all that really unpredictable. But God, I can't stand the format. Like, the playoff system, like, it's just really confusing. Like, Miami was the first place team in the whole league based on points. Like, any other league in the world, that's an automatic champion. They got their shield or whatever that is as like a compensation for your effort, but the real prize is the playoffs and the MLS Cup. I don't know. They need to figure that out, because it makes it so annoying. But at the same time, Inter Miami shouldn't have lost to Atlanta. Like, they shouldn't have. And LAFC shouldn't have lost either at the run. They were the first in the West. I think they were the second place team in the league. And for them to go out like that too, like, is a fucking shame. Like, props to Orlando, props to LA Galaxy for getting as far as they have. The one thing that I just heard the other day was that Puig is hurt. I think it's an Achilles thing or ACL or something bad. I'll put it up on the screen and see what it actually is. But that's a huge blow for that team. They really need him to make that team run. But they are playing in the West. I think they are going to play in LA. So home field advantage is everything. I still feel like they're the favorites. I feel like LA is going to take it. Not just because Orlando's a rival, but I just don't see Orlando being the tougher team in that situation. But Orlando's gotten as far as they've gotten because they have grit and they've managed to pull it off. So props to them too to getting as far as they've gotten. But we'll see. I don't know. It's kind of, I'm here and there about kind of like the whole championship. I mean, yeah, just because Inter just got knocked out so early and it was just so anticlimactic that they got knocked out like that. They have a new coach now, so we'll see how that goes. But I think my prediction, and I feel like my brother would say the same, is that LAFC will probably win the MLS Cup, and we'll see. We'll see how that game looks. Now, this is a little bit like off the beaten path, but I feel like I just wanted to talk about it. So over the weekend, every single NCAA football team fought the other team full on, war style, my side against your side, battle in the middle, a lot of egging on, a lot of flag planting. And the reason I want to talk about this is because I really want that out of my soccer. Okay, I think soccer is way too sanitized, way too many penalties and fouls over just the most minimal things. They're trying to make it a gentleman's game or whatever the case may be. And I really need it. I need the fight. I need the shit talking. I need the banter. I need that. But it's very slippery slope because that leads to hooliganism. And so they've really tried to they've shied away from being completely violent animals to trying to sensitize the games and make it a family-friendly thing to soccer games. It's still out there. That sense of violence and that sense of like wanting to function of it's still out there, very much so. Just last month, the whole thing in Amsterdam happened with the Tel Aviv team. So it's still there. It's the violence is prevalent. But I think I'm talking more about the on-field antics. I want to see more dark arts, and the NCAA stuff just really like was awesome to see because that's what sports should be, like that kind of entertainment. But that's just my 2 cents on the thing. I just wanted to talk about it because I thought it was cool. I want to thank everyone again for watching the channel, supporting us, liking us, commenting. Let me know what you think about Pep's struggles. Also, let me know what you think is the final winner and the MLS Cup. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye, everybody. Suck it, man. All right.